Welcome back to Delivering the Goods. Today I will be doing another DIY for you. This is a revamp on a pair of old mules that I have. Today's inspiration is based on the clear shoe trend that's out right now. So I have decided to take these old pair of mules and create this look. So what you will need will be a ruler. Here we have some clear PVC, a rotor, hammer to remove the studs, and perhaps maybe a screwdriver to assist you with that. A rotor, if I didn't mention that. And here we have, I'm using some self-adhesive jewels because, again, the PVC, it allows for it to just stick. I mean, you can use your own individual jewels and glue them with some E6000 if you like. But I've chose to make it just an easier process with this today. Also, we have the rotary pad. So, all right, so let's get started. First, we'll take the hammer, and we have these nails that are here, and you'll pull them out, and you can just place them to the side because we're going to reuse those. And you'll see that I'm going to use the original holes that are there, so we're going to just take this out gently so that we can put them back into the same hole. So just go ahead and repeat that process and take them all off. Sometimes, depending upon the shoe, it might be a little bit of some work, so just stick with it and go ahead and lift them out with your hammer. Sometimes you may, again, need the screwdriver just to get a little bit more leverage to lift it up before you can use the hammer to take them out. Alrighty, and place those aside. Okay, so then once we have those aside, we'll toss these because we'll no longer need those. And we just basically have the base of the shoe. Set that aside, and we're going to take our clear PVC. We're going to use our ruler, and we're going to set those gems aside for a moment. Take your rotary board here and place it. If you turn it around, you'll see that you have numbers on the side, and this is in essence also a ruler on the side, and each square represents an inch. So we can go ahead, and what we're going to do is, for the shoe that I made, I used 7.5 by length and 2-inch width across. So if we were to take our clear PVC, we'll place it just right at the edge here, and just carry it up to 7, and then of course the half mark, and again go in by 2. Just to make sure that I'm exact, because it's clear and it's kind of hard to see and keep it straight. I'm just going to place my ruler right next to the second block again, because that'll be 1-2 inches. Take our rotary, and again I'm just using this roller to keep a really straight guide along this yellow line here, and just press down firmly, and you can keep the rotary just butted up against your ruler to just give you a little bit of security when you're pressing down. And there we have it. Oh, that didn't go. There we have it, our first, there we have it, our first 7.5 by 2-inch PVC. I'm sure you can't see that on camera because it's kind of clear. And we'll do that twice, and then we'll take our shoe, take our original guides, and we'll put our nail heads back in and crisscross and put our nail heads back in, and we'll repeat the process. and then we'll take, so let me just go ahead and kind of show you. Take that, and you can see where your original hole was, and just take your hammer, kind of knock it right back in there. It's pretty easy, just like that. And take your second one, knock it in like that, and then we're going to repeat the process on this side, and then we'll cut another 7.5 by 2 inch and crisscross it, and I'll be back once I have that portion of it done. Okay, so I'm back. So basically, as mentioned, you're going to just do a crisscross with your clear PVC, putting your studs back in where you originally took them out, and you have 2 layers of the clear PVC. And next, what I'm going to do is just take my self-adhesive jewels here. That side doesn't want to come off. Let's try it from this angle. All right, there we go. And it's really, really tacky. And I basically just placed it on top of the first layer of the PVC. So this side I went from left to right. That's gonna look weird. That's gonna look weird. Okay, so if you noticed that a moment ago I kind of paused and hesitated, it's because I realized that I was about to apply my gem, but because I had my PVC, this portion of it underneath, both of my gems were going to have to go this way. So what I've done is off camera really quickly, I removed the first one that was originally underneath, and I took it off, and now it's going to go on top so that my gems will be able to go this direction. So they'll both go in this way, not both in this direction, if you can understand what I'm saying. So I'll go ahead and on camera, I'll tack that back on. And again, as mentioned earlier, you're just going to take your nail heads and you're going to find your original holes that it went in. And give it a quick little hammering. Apply some pressure and it goes back in. And do the same again. Kind of punch it into the PVC to kind of hold it up for you initially and hammer it back in. Okay, so now back to the step that we were just at a moment ago. So again, take your clear adhesive, and from the outer portion of the shoe, I just kind of went in between my 2 nail heads, applied it there, and just keep your hand on the PVC so that you can kind of gauge it and keep it right in the middle. And just kind of work your way. Don't let it buckle on you. Just work your way across, going around and keeping it in the middle. And then you'll end up on the other side, and then again it'll rest in between your 2 nail heads, and then just cut off your excess with a pair of scissors. And you can pay attention to the pattern if you like, just to kind of keep it consistent. In this case it kind of has a flower, so I'll just leave that pattern, cut it to leave that pattern on the end. Place the remainder back on my strip there so that I can use it again. And there we have it. That's the top portion. So I didn't stop there. I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of extra detailing to the shoe, as you'll see here. So just take, again, and make sure that it's the same length, if you will. And that one's a little short, so I'll just use a whole new piece. Well, I guess you can make sure you take a whole piece off if you can. There we go. Because we're gonna make sure it equals the size. In this case, I'll just count how many flowers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers, just to make it consistent. And I'll start in the middle, the back of the shoe. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers there. And just kind of press that down. And then I'll cut off the excess here. These are extra 3 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then just cut it here. Keeping my pattern as a flower. Complete flower at the end. Alrighty. And then if this is 7, we could be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And then what we'll do is just kind of place that on the side, starting at the base of the top of the shoe here, flush. And again, the reason that I didn't go all the way down is because if your shoe happens to just kind of go off into the dirt, you don't want to, you know, mess up your design. So if you can see without me getting my hand in the way there, just kind of press it down, center it on the middle part of the heel. And then we'll get another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 on that, so I mean we could piece it together, but let's just try and go ahead and get a whole strip there. Oops. Again, remember it's real tacky, so just kind of watch that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll go ahead and pre-cut this before I place it back on here, because we can always reuse this for something else. Okay, so we have our 7, and again we're gonna take the center of this. We'll start at the top and just center it in the middle of the side of the heel, pressing down. That one's a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a little extra piece on this one, so we're going to go ahead and cut that off before it really sticks, because again this is really tacky, so once it sticks it's on there. There we go. Alrighty, so then we have it. A whole new pair of jazzy clear pumps. So just stay tuned and I'll go ahead and have a try on reveal for you.